to make a move. What's next? Gotta up our game. It's the only way to get to the top.
What's up, ugly ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back with another video. And you know what to do. If you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share with your ugly ass friends. On today's video, we'll be covering Power Book 2 Ghost. And this one here will be titled Saleem Survives and Diana Taps into Her Inner Monet. Now, what prompted this video is the fact that, Salim was shot, of course, in episode 4, but, his body was never, found as far as we know, the viewers. And, of course, without him, them 100% confirming that he is dead, there is a possibility that he is alive, because like our boy Unique said, until that body shows up, he ain't dead. So without further ado, let's go ahead and tap into this video. Now, in my opinion, I'm gonna say this. Go ahead. I believe that this particular theory is unlikely. I think the one that I made prior to this one has a much higher % chance of being, coming out to be true than this one. But I do have to consider the angles, because like I said, the body hasn't been shown up yet. Now, granted, we did see a scene where it looks like, Carter's task force is busting into the Tejada's house. And, judging by what we was given in episode 5, Carter's task force is pretty much a task force that protects the civilians while also, taking money from the dealers and basically controlling the narrative of what it is they can and cannot do, right? So with them coming at Monet the way that they're doing, I'm guessing that a civilian must have been killed or, shot or something in that nature, because why else would they be targeting them? So this is my theory on what could potentially happen. So Diana could possibly have, went back and reached out to Salim. Let's say, or maybe she, but to be honest, maybe some kind of way Salim reached out to her and she just, kept it under the rug, didn't let anyone else know. It was just between them two. And Salim tells, Diana every day. And he plans to go to the cops. Because, to me, in my opinion, Salim looks like a snitch. He doesn't look like nobody who's just gonna, excuse me, who's gonna just let it go and be like, okay, he shot me, but I know the code of the streets. I'm not gonna snitch. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go, or perhaps even get even. To me, Salim don't look like he's gonna do either one. So I can see Diana, if he did reach out to her. He reached out to, Diana tells him, no, look, whatever you do, you cannot snitch or it's only going to get worse. Let's just, me and you together, we can leave. And I think if it does prove that Salim is indeed alive, Diana's going to tell him that baby is his. Because let's be real, she already told us last episode when Tariq was questioning her about is she sure the baby his, because, she was messing with Salim. She told him right there that, trust me, you're not my first choice either. So she only had sex with 2 people as far as our knowledge, because she was a virgin. She broke her virginity with Tariq. Then she did something with Saleem. I mean, as far as we know, she didn't do nothing with anyone else. So she has 2 bodies. So if Tariq isn't her ideal person that she would have wanted to have it with, more than likely it would be Saleem. And it makes sense because he comes from a rich family. She doesn't want her child around the drug life. And of course, Saleem is the opposite of the game. So he would check both of those boxes. And then he, with his family's background, they would have the financial, assets and stuff, and to give the child generational wealth that he won't have to worry about any kind of financial struggle. And they could also have the finances to possibly move them to another part of the country or even the world where they can live peacefully and do whatever it is they want to do. So I can see it's kind of being like the Terry Silver and Tasha situation where at first Terry Silver was trying to get Tasha to snitch, but she wouldn't do it, and she could kind of talked him into a different route, even though he did ultimately decide to just up and leave. But I could see, maybe Saleem getting out of town and stuff like that, leaving with Diana, and then maybe the task force finds out maybe through to Saleem's parents that Saleem was shot, but he wasn't killed. So maybe that could be the reason that the task force raided Monet's house, because that's who Carter chose to be the top dealers for him. So whenever a civilian gets shot or killed by what may have looked like some kind of drug related crime, they're gonna make them answer for it, right? So perhaps that could be the reason. But like I said, in my opinion, I don't think this theory will turn out to be true. I think I was wrong when I thought Unique was dead, but I think even if Saleem is alive, more than likely it won't get to that point. But I don't know. Saleem might be out here, but they haven't shown the body yet. And to be honest with you, honestly, I'm going to actually kind of double back on what I said, because to be honest, from the history of power, when a person gets shot or, something like that, and we think they're dead, if they're typically, even if they don't say they're dead that episode, the next episode, they're going to confirm their death. Like, let's go ahead and, we can go ahead and look at a couple of situations. Like Angela was shot the season finale of season finale of season 5. And then she was dead, and we got the body on season 6, episode 1. Kanan was shot. He was killed and stuff like that. Then we did get his body. Who else? Same with Julio. The same with, So typically, I don't think I know anyone outside of Unique that we thought was dead, and then all of a sudden, just came back. Like, or Kanan, you know what I'm saying? Kanan the first time, right? We thought he was dead, season 2. And then they told us somebody broke out of the warehouse, but they didn't give us the body then. But the next, the next episode, later on, the next season, they did end up revealing Kanan was indeed alive. So I don't know. It has been a whole episode and they haven't addressed Saleem being dead yet. I think they have to at least address it. So I think if they don't say anything about Saleem, episode 6, they coming up. If they don't mention him, like as far as like, you know, law enforcement, then I think it's a very high percent chance that Saleem is actually alive. Because especially a character like him, he's not even a huge character. They'll just, you know, they'll let us know he died and just move on with the story. So, but now to get to the part where Diana morphed into her inner Monet, for the most part, I mean, I kind of already covered it. She's going to be, you know, she's going to lie, tell Saleem that that's his baby, and move along and live a different life somewhere else, knowing good and well that that isn't Saleem's baby. Now, would Saleem go ahead and get a fraternity test and try to, you know, see if it is his? Maybe so. But honestly, the type of dude Saleem is, bro, I can actually see him simp out and be with her while she's pregnant, knowing good and well it's not his, and raise the baby as his. I can see him doing that. Y'all let me know in the comments. Could y'all see this a glad nigga potentially doing that? But I could. So they move on to another spot. I think me personally, I think it'll be somewhere in the South. But, you know, who knows? Maybe somewhere else. They could go to the West Coast or whatever. But y'all let me know in the comments. Do you think there's a possibility that Saleem is alive? If so, do you think Diana will go with make an attempt to go and run with Saleem? But overall, pretty much that's all I got for this particular video. You know, so, you know, like usually, if you're cool with me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your glad friends. But until the next video, I'm out.